shall we get on to our game?
Yeah, can do.
I always look forward to this section. I do.
It's turned into a nice little thing, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Hang on. Who wants to go first?
Well, industrial's
I don't mind. I did have fun with it again this week. It was interesting. It was really interesting. Industrial is a subgenre I don't really know a lot about. I don't. I know the big bands. I don't know. It's oranges. Oranges.
It's oranges.
Oranges. Yeah.
Origins.
Well, it's got a lot of different origins, hasn't it? I mean, it's kind of a mesh of like punk and new wave electronic, and there's like definitely goth influences in there, and definitely on the topic of electronic stuff, the use of samples.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Cowsall Killer in a bit as well, which has definitely got industrial in there. It's quite dance friendly, you know. When I think of industrial, I always think of like Closer by Nine Inch Nails and being in some seedy club with people. Everyone suddenly thinks they're really sexual dancing to that track, and it's just really cringy.
Don't even go there because we'll
talk about that in a bit.
Is this story going to be on air or not? Because I'm anxious to hear about this.
Yeah, we should put it.
Is it about that song in particular?
No.
I don't know what it was.
What? Okay, what happened before?
Right, so we heard there's a. It was like someone from Cradle of Filth was doing like a DJ set.
Oh God.
at this club called, well, not even a club, like a pub.
Yeah, but it was called Hades
Bar,
and it was supposed to be like the best alternative venue in Norwich.
Yeah,
you know, for us, we're like, we'll have some of that.
Yeah, we drove out there especially for this night. Like,
not because we particularly like Cradle of Filth, because we're like, okay, right, you know, it'll be interesting. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And said we.
So we got there.
It was something.
No one in there. No one.
It was empty.
Just us.
Right.
This was on the street level pub.
Cradle of Filth.
No.
We walked in and was like, this is just a pub. There is a drunk man standing in the corner who can't stand up.
Yeah. He was throwing his walking stick around, weren't he?
Yeah, he was.
To hit me with your ribbon stick.
Yes, he was.
That was crazy.
And the guy behind the bar was that bored. He was cleaning clean glasses.
He just got.
I've been there.
Rewashing clean glasses. And I remember going out to him and saying, "Is this Hades Bar?" He said, "Yeah, it's downstairs." So, oh, okay. Went down into this basement, and we got down there.
Did we have to pay?
A quid. We paid a quid to get down there, and what I remember is it just being strobe lights and lasers, and a couple of cybergoths in the corner.
There was like a good 5 or 6 people in there. I vividly remember one man who was wearing pilot goggles on his head, and he had drawn black tears onto his face.
And there was some gothic trance playing. There was only about 5 people down there.
It was a very niche sort of.
It was at that point, I believe, we decided to use the bathroom.
Yes.
To throw up.
No.
I think he wanted to throw up. Once we got in there.
Once we got in there, having a piss, like, what's all this on the floor? Like, is this piss?
Where's this going?
Like, there's 5 people in here, and the floor is covered in piss.
Yeah, it was literally.
I don't know how they managed it, but it was at this point we decided to go back upstairs to the empty pub. So is that, like, in essence, all we did was pay a quid to go for a piss and stand in piss.
Yeah, we went back upstairs and tried to finish our pint. And I remember the place just smelling like death.
It smelled like corpses.
It was such a weird evening. It really was.
Does industrial have these kind of connotations and memories attached to them when you think of
this is what we now associate with industrial.
Right.
Men in pilot goggles who've drawn tears on their faces and infinite amounts of piss.
Yeah.
When you hear my pick, that is what I picture. That is the song that was playing when we went down there.
It must have been.
Down short.
There was some industrial steampunk guy listening to. No, they're not listening to this, but just going in the background. Fuck you guys.
That was me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
man.
waiting for all the negative comments to come through.
All of them.
All of the negative
From all of
comments.
It was
angry
definitely an
cybergoths.
experience.
Right then, who wants to go first?
I'll go. I don't mind.
Go on then, you can
Take
go.
one for the team.
Yeah, go on. Industrial. Right. My band are called Mnemonic. These are from Denmark. Described as a fusion of industrial, thrash and progressive, and describe themselves as future fusion metal,
Oh.
the well-known subgenre.
I'm a
of
fan.
our subgenre. Yeah, a few albums, quite a healthy sort of back catalogue, I suppose. Formed in 1998. Recent albums include Passenger in 2007. We've got Sons of the System in 2010, and my pick for this week off of the album Mnemesis.
Is it all
Right, you want to hear some industrial metal?
Yeah, go on.
Alright.
This is a. Oh, go on.
That was definitely industrial.
Yeah.
I quite like.
I like it.
It was
Yeah.
alright.
It was
It
alright.
was just hard to find a 30-second section that wasn't so sporadic and changing it up all the time. Like,
I don't think anyone
It-
at this table can disagree with
It-
that. You can't really sum up industrial in
Yeah,
a 30-second
it-
clip
it
and
is-
sell it to someone.
yeah, it was difficult to try and get something heavy, something
Sympathy.
synthy, something truly industrial,
Yeah.
just in 30 seconds. But that was as good.
Okay.
A lot of it is experimental, but they actually have the guitar part that makes it the metal part. You know, it's kind
Yeah,
of,
and
it's,
I wanted to
a
find
lot.
something metal
Yeah.
based as opposed to trancey sort of
Yeah.
based.
Don't
So
go
that was my pick. I don't think I'll be revisiting industrial
No?
too much in the future. No,
That
it's just-
sounded alright.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I was enjoying that more than I expected.
Um, yeah, like I say, that 30-second clip, I listened to about 6 or 7 Mnemonic songs, and that was probably the best I could get. Yeah,
That's the best.
It's normally me that struggles.
I was struggling this week.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah,
Let's go next.
Well, I'd probably
Oh, you want to go next?
listen
Okay.
to that. What?
You're next.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who you got for us?
The band I've got are called The Interbeing.
Mhm.
They're another Danish band. They have been around since about 2001. The only album I could find by them is called Edge of the Obscure, which was released in 2011, I think, or 2012. At first, I nearly didn't go with these just because I thought it sounded a bit too metal and not enough industrial.
Okay.
And then the clip that I sent you, I thought actually there's quite a lot of synth in there. I've listened to the whole album. Just put it on. I'll carry on afterwards.
I'll put it on. I know why you picked that.
Why?
Because it sounds like solo work.
I thought it sounded like Mudvayne.
It does very much sound like sort of work.
You're like Motionless in White.
Fuck off. I mean, they're a band that I don't want to like, right? And I've not given them the time of day properly yet. But don't distract me from this. We'll go off on
carry
another
on.
tangent, right?
Oh, shit.
They do sound a lot like sort of work. I've listened to that whole album. I will definitely be revisiting it again. It is really heavy. There is a lot of synth in there. I'd even say some of it, synth-wise, sounds a lot like old In Flames stuff as well. But they've definitely got that whole sort of like Scandinavian type of like melodic metal going on there. It's a fucking good album. I think you might enjoy it.
I like
Fisher?
industrial stuff.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was really enjoying that actually. Yeah,
It sounded mixed between Mudvayne, Soilwork and Slipknot actually. I
Yeah.
thought
that was just a fun riff as well.
like
I like that.
a bit like the Heretic Anthem type.
I really like that double bass.
Yeah, that double bass and
And the industrial synth, because that's why we're here, right?
That's what we're doing.
yeah.
Right.
Well done, good pick.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Danny, what you got for us?
Cool. I'd like to clarify, early Strapping Young Lad. Now their first two albums are definitely on the industrial side of things. When they sort of veered off afterwards and went more down a sort of just intense thrash. I think Devin Townsend and his sort of brand of metal deserves its own credit. Really, he's quite an innovative bloke in what he's done. Now, the first track we had, one of the first tracks we had on today's playlist was a track called Love, which I absolutely love that song. But I hadn't really ever delved into them or knew anything about them, so I wouldn't say I was a fan until I went in and looked at their early records. Pretty fucking intense, most of it. But this song is called AAA, and it's from the City album, which is 1997.
Right.
So no one knows, and
really on the fringe of new metal, and I think you can hear the Korn influence at the end of that. At the end of that section there.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something just sounded so huge about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it was.
All of it does. That's the thing,
Yeah.
and that's one of the more fall to the floor driving songs on that album. They started in 06 and lasted until started in 94 and went on till 06, and this was their first full length record. So out the gates, it was pretty intense halfway through. But yeah, I'm going to go back and listen to them. I genuinely am, because I really like what they're doing.
Yeah, I'd want to get into Strapping Young Lad. I always get them confused with Celtic Frost.
Right. Okay.
Are they connected at all?
No,
At all?
No.
I mean, Strapping Young Lad is
They're
quite a unique name.
They're not the same.
They're vastly different.
Nothing.
They're a bit different.
Right. Okay.
Go on then, mate.
All right.
Me.
Now
we claim that we know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to listen to it now. So now, my one, like I said earlier at the start of the podcast, I went deep into this industrial stuff, and I found some weird shit.
Like, look on his face, you weren't there, man. You weren't there.
PTSD from industrial metal. My band is called Hansel and Gretel.
I've heard of them.
You heard of them?
I've never listened to them, but
Now they've said their sound is genre defying.
Okay.
A sci-fi electro industrial metal band.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can picture in my head.
Their songs are sung in German, but they're not German, and they have nothing to do with German.
where are they from?
They're from New York.
Right.
Every single one of them.
New York.
I was expecting to. I was like, yeah, they're from Kent.
So this is the definition of unique New York.
Yes.
Of
Yeah.
unique.
Formed in '93, but didn't really do anything to about 2003.
So what were they doing for 10 years?
I have no idea.
Scratching their nuts.
Yeah. They've done
Learning
a lot of,
German by the sounds of it.
Partying.
bootleg
Hades
stuff,
bar.
and you can only buy. Yeah, they're all in Hades bar. You can only buy like their stuff on cassettes in certain shops
Oh.
somewhere. when they did come out with a full album, it was met with some controversy, which I fully expected it to. It's no fucking surprise with that. Like their album covers are like futuristic World War II, like Nazi sort of stuff.
Okay.
So I did have to do a bit of research to make sure they're not actually a Nazi band.
And
Because they're not because they don't have nothing to do with Germany. It's just mainly German and American stereotypes is what they're going
Dude,
for.
I'm so confused. I know.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
By the sounds of it,
I'd
they're
say
confused. He looks confused.
I'd say controversy because their songs,
definitely is confused
some of their
face.
songs, number one in Deutschland, Third Reich from the Sun, SS Death Star, and How Hizzle My Nizzle. And
Episode title right there, man. I'm telling you. Either that or Third Reich from the Sun.
Just to clarify why I was randomly laughing earlier, by the way, which I didn't explain, my brother just sent me a meme of someone holding an umbrella over Snoop Dogg's head saying, "Why does Snoop Dogg need an umbrella? Phil Drizzle." Man Dizzle.
How
Shall we
Hizzle
hear it then?
My
Oh,
Nizzle. Yeah,
man.
this is as close to the edge of what we would talk about. We wouldn't go any further than this, I don't
Strap
think.
yourselves in, everyone.
Oh, what is that guitar tone? Oh,
Industrial.
Yeah, that is
oh,
industrial.
fucking foul.
I quite like the little double bassy bits
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah.
But,
It's probably not something I'll put on ever again.
you're right though. That's as far out there as
Yeah.
as we would probably
Yeah, that is definitely on the fringes of
madness.
into goth and trance.
Did anybody else try and listen to like any like old school industrial from like the end of the 80s, early 90s?
What sort of stuff are you talking about?
Like the band I was talking about last night, was it Stabbing Westward?
No.
They are industrial,
Yeah.
to say the least. But then you've got bands like Killing Joke as well.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You know, they're what I
See, they're another band that get confused with Strapping Young Lad and Celtic Frost.
just
Are they connected?
No.
no.
Just veer away from. There's going to be more confusion. There's a lot
If I haven't given enough.
I think there's a
confusion.
trend that someone has a bad week every week. There's one person that just. I mean Nickelback was one thing. But
Yeah, I did try and find like you guys a more metal industrial band, but I just couldn't get these guys out of my head.
Yeah.
So
Not with
not
song titles
not
like that.
Yeah, that's what I kept coming back to. So yeah, that was Hansel and Gretel.
You
It's
were
Loud and Proud.
like, as you mentioned earlier, we were talking about Motor Grater.
Yeah.
And Ivan Moody. Why didn't you go with Motor Grater?
to remind you of Strapping Young Lad.
They connected, didn't they? No, just because that song sounded exactly the same as Burn It Down.
Yeah,
I
it
wasn't
did.
happy.
Suffocate did sound exactly like
On,
Burn It Down. And it's disgusting.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, sorry. One thing this industrial thing did do a favour for me in one sense. I rediscovered a band that came up through related artists, a band called Dry Kill Logic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, haven't listened to them for about 7 or 8 years, and they came up on the related artists, and went back and listened to an album called, well, 2 albums actually. One, Vengeance and Violence, and the previous one, The Dead and Dreaming. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
To go back and listen to that, just to reminisce, go over a bit of Dry Kill Logic. I forgot all about them, so that was a really nice little end to the industrial
game. Revolution.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands we could have mentioned. Like my favourite band's American Head Charge Wheel.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're an obvious one.
Industrial,
Dry Kill Logic aren't industrial really, but I mean, I suppose there's maybe elements of it in there, but yeah, it's just a nice little reminder.
And a band called Combi Christ as well.
I've heard of Combi Christ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Head Charge could have definitely been included in that, but it would have been too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That was industrial. What are we going to go from next?
Christ.
Do you know,
I don't know.
maybe we should put some thought into this before we start recording. Before
Yeah.
we surprise
Well,
each other like,
yeah.
ta-da!
Maybe. All right.
I mean, we won't.
Unless you want to do something different, do something like female-fronted bands.
Let's do it off air.
All right. It'll be a surprise for next week.
Because we'll be sat here for ages.
Yeah, yeah.